welcome to story time. This week our theme is apples. Apples are so yummy. Did you know they can come in different colors like red and green and yellow? And sometimes they mix the colors so they might be red and yellow on the same apple. Isn't that cool? So our first book today is called Apple Picking Day by Candace Ransom. In the morning, we leave town, drive past woods all gold and brown. Over hilltops, big and small, I see apples. Hello, fall. Tractor takes us to the trees. I spot ladders in the leaves. Run down this row, follow me. Lots of apples on that tree. I pick high, you pick low. In our basket, apples go. Hungry blue jay flaps and hops, jabs a bad one, down it drops. Share an apple. Hey, my turn. Crunch, crunch, munch. Yuck, a worm. See that apple way up there? On my tiptoes, I grab air. I try again. Down come two. One for me and one for you. Boy in that tree makes a face. Can you make a silly face? Oh my goodness, that's super funny. Quick, pick faster, start a race. Tractor pulls us to the shed. We sort apples, green and red. Apple cider, apple pie, apple donuts, hot and fried. Fun day over, we love fall. Yummy apples, best of all. Have you ever been to an apple orchard to pick apples? It's a really fun thing to do in the fall. So our next story is a non-fiction story. And remember last time we talked about the title. Where do we find the title on a book? Can you find it on this one? Yeah, it's right here. And this one is Apples by Anne L. Burkhart. What are apples? Apples are one of the most popular fruits. The world produces more than 2 billion bushels of apples every year. The average person eats 50 apples every year. Different kinds of apples. There are more than 7,500 different kinds of apples. Some are grown to be sold in stores. These include McIntosh, Granny Smith, Delicious, Golden Delicious, and Rome. Parts of an apple. An apple has 5 main parts. They are the skin, flesh, core, seeds, and stem. The skin of an apple can be red, yellow, or green. The flesh of an apple can taste sweet or tart. Where apples grow. Apples grow on an apple tree. They grow best in areas that have cool winters. During the winter, apple trees prepare for growing again. The state of Washington produces the most apples in North America. How apples grow. In the spring, buds appear on apple tree branches. The buds grow leaves and then flowers. When the flowers die, green bulges start to grow in their place. These bulges grow into apples. Harvest. Apples are ready to harvest when they can be easily pulled off the tree. Harvesters pick the apples by hand. They use ladders to reach the high branches. How we use apples. Apples are used to make many things. Apple cider, applesauce, and apple butter are made with apples. Eating an apple is very good for your teeth. History. Pilgrims brought apples to North America. Presidents Washington and Jefferson both grew apple trees. Johnny Appleseed lived in the early 1800s. He walked from farm to farm, planting apple seeds for many years. Apples and people. People say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. They say some things are as American as apple pie. New York City is called the Big Apple. And in the back is a recipe for making some apple treats. So if you check this one out, you can bake something. All right, so I drew a picture of an apple. What shape is that? It's a circle. And what color is the apple I drew? You're right, it's red. So this is a red apple in the shape of a circle. And I wrote the word apple up here. What happens if I put an S on the end of the word apple? Then we have apples, and I need to draw another apple picture, wouldn't I? Because it means more than one if you say apples. And I have letters here. Do you know what they are? Can you say them out loud? You're right, it's letter A. And what starts with the letter A? You're right, apple. Let's say the sound that it begins. Ah, ah, ah. Good job. Can you count to 10? All right, you might need to help me on this one. 10 Apples Up on Top by Theo Lasig. One apple up on top. It's a pretty silly lion. 2 apples up on top. Look you, I can do it too. Look, see, I can do 3. 3, 3, I see, I see. You can do 3, but I can do more. You have 3, but I have 4. Look, see now, I can hop with 4 apples up on top. Do you think you can jump rope with 4 apples on your head? That would be quite the trick. And I can hop up on a tree with 4 apples up on me. Look here, you two. See here, you two. I can get 5 on top. Can you? I am so good, I will not stop. 5, now 6, now 7 on top. 7 apples up on top. I am so good they will not drop. 5, 6, 7, fun, fun, fun. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But see, we are as good as you. Look, now we have 7 too. And now, see here, 8. 8 on top, 8 apples up, not one will drop. 8, 8, and we can skate. Look now, we can skate with 8. But I can do 9 and hop and drink. You cannot do this, I think. We can do it too. See here, we are as good as you. We all are very good, I think. With 9, we all can hop and drink. 9 is very good. But then, come on, and we will make it 10. Look, 10 apples up on top. We are not going to let them drop. Look out, look out. I see a mop. Oh no. I will make the apples fall. Get out, you one and all. Come on, come down this hall. We must not let our apples fall. Out of our way, we cannot stop. We cannot let our apples drop. This is not good. What will we do? They want to get our apples too. They will get them if we let them. Come, we cannot let them get them. Look out, the mop, the mop, the mop. You cannot stop our apple fun. Our apples will not drop, not one. Come on, come one, come all. We have to make the apples fall. They must not get our apples down. Come on, get out of town. Apples, apples up on top. All of this must stop, stop, stop. Now all our fun is going to stop. Our apples all are going to drop. Whoa, what happened? Look, 10 apples on all. What fun! We will not let them fall. The end. All right. So our next one also is counting to 10 with apples. This one is called Way Up High in the Apple Tree. Apples taste great and they're good for us too. Apples can also help us learn math like subtraction. Count all the apples on the apple tree and then take one away to eat. How many are left? To find out, turn the page and sing along about subtraction. Subtraction is taking away from a group. Way up high in the apple tree, 10 red apples smile at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. So 10 take away 1 is how many? How many are left? Way up high in the apple tree, 9 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in the apple tree, 8 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in the apple tree, 7 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in the apple tree, 6 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in the apple tree, 5 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. So we had 5, and we take 1 away. How many's left? Way up high in the apple tree, 4 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in the apple tree, 3 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came an apple. It was good. So 3, and you just ate another one. How many's left? Way up high in the apple tree, 2 red apples smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in the apple tree, 1 red apple smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Now there are 0 apples in the tree. They were good. And if you check this book out, it has the story, but with music, so you can sing it if you want. And even a CD in the back, so if you want to sing along with music on a CD player. Before our last book for today, I want to remind you that all of the September programs are going to be either digital or take-home kits for the month of September. And the Lego challenge for September is to build your name with Lego bricks. And if you want to share your creation with us, just send me an email with a photo of it and your name, and I will take a look at it and I'll send you a letter back on the email. Our last story is Orange Pear, Apple Bear by Emily Gravette. That sounds like a pattern, doesn't it? Orange Pear, Apple Bear. Orange, pear, apple, bear. Apple, pear, orange bear. Orange pear, apple bear. Apple, orange, pear, bear. Orange, pear, apple, bear. Apple, bear, orange, pear. orange bear. Pear bear. Apple bear. There. And that is the end of that one. Thank you for joining me for story time this week. We'll do another digital story time next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.